Let's do a quick pharm review over angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitors, so ACE inhibitors. This group is a little bit similar to ARBs in that they are affecting angiotensin 2 in some way, but they do it in different ways. Medications in this class include captopril, lisinopril, ramipril, and notice with these generic names, the endings end in pril. So you see pril, think of ACE inhibitors. These medications are used to treat patients who've had heart failure, hypertension, a post-MI, so after myocardial infarction. They're helpful in decreasing the workload on the heart, which it desperately needs after it just went through trauma. And it can also protect the renal function in patients who have diabetic nephropathy. Now, how these medications work is that they are going to inhibit the RAAS system, so the renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system, which is going to prevent the conversion of angiotensin 1 into angiotensin 2. And if we're preventing that process, we're not going to get vasoconstriction. Instead, we're going to get vasodilation. So you can see why it's great for patients with heart failure, with hypertension, and helping protect the renal function in patients who have diabetes. Now, because of that, we can get some, side effects. So some side effects include a persistent dry cough. I have seen patients get this. It's typically harmless, but it's completely annoying to them and they hate it. And if that develops, they can get on like an ARB or something else. Now, the reason for this, they think, is because since we are affecting this conversion of angiotensin 1 into angiotensin 2, we also affect a substance called bradykinin, which increases and leads to this cough. It can also cause dizziness because, we're affecting blood pressure, hypotension. It can increase potassium levels and lead to angioedema. Therefore, the nurse's role includes monitoring the potassium level because it can increase. Plus, you want to look at the labs like the BUN and creatinine, making sure we're not having renal failure going on, looking at their urinary output, making sure it's within normal limits, and then assessing how your patient's tolerating the medication and that they're not developing that persistent dry cough, and just checking to make sure that they don't have angioedema, which can develop just like with ARBs. Okay, so that wraps up this video over cardiac medications. If you'd like to watch more videos in this pharmacology series, you can access the link below.